This clip is sponsored by American Mobile. If you're a nurse interested in traveling, visit americanmobile.com to get started. What do you think like the biggest barrier in becoming our own advocates for things like this? I mean, I think one of them you really hit on the head is that, I mean, we're just, as a profession, we put ourselves last. We just, it's so hard for us to be, put ourselves first, whether that be because, we're more concerned about our patients or we're more, concerned about our team. We don't want to let our team down. Like, I felt so much guilt for being pulled from patient assignments, because I'm like, we are short staffed, like I've felt terrible about that. But like, at the same time, like, why, I don't need to like break my back or, herniate a disc in order to like put myself first.
Well, let's think about it this way, right? It's like we are all about preventative care. That's what we say we are about. We are all about preventative care. So preventative care wouldn't have allowed you to feel guilty for needing to step back or take lighter duty to preserve you, because I want you to come back, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thought process. The thought process
right.
is, please go take care of you so that you can come back. But we don't think like that. We naturally, again, are in this facade that healthcare has to be perfect. Healthcare is not perfect. None of our institutions are perfect. The ADA was signed over 30 years ago, and it hasn't been updated since 2008. And when all these institutions love to tell me we abide by the ADA, I always say to him, so you're 30 years behind. Right?
Yeah.
You're literally 30 years behind. So now when we're thinking about accommodations and what this looks like for someone who identifies as being disabled and someone who does not, or someone, whatever it is, the ADA is meant for you. It's meant for you, whether you identify or don't identify. And remember, again, mortality is fleeting. We are not superhumans. We cannot keep beating ourselves up the way that we have been, especially over the last 2.5, 3 years, where our bodies have literally taken this beating in every facet of healthcare and not just bedside. Okay, we're talking preventative care as well. And when preventative care is now being seen as a last-ditch effort, that's a problem, because our whole entire system is built on preventative care.
Yeah.
And we're yelling at our patients now for coming in as sick as they are. But guess what? They're told the same thing that we're told. Stay home. Don't do something. Show up and work until you can't anymore, until it's too bad. Well, then we yell at our patients for the same thing. So then we're hypocrites, because we're telling our patients to come in and be seen and be cared for before it gets to that point. But yet we're doing that. We're working until the point that we can't anymore. We're going to the point where there is no return, and then our bodies break down on us, and then we can't return back to those professions that we love.
Yeah. And then we will just be replaced by,
robots, because there's no one else there to replace us, because there's no one now.
Yeah. Right.
So in order for our profession to continue and grow and do all the great things that we say that we're doing and can do and will do, we have to take into account that we're human, and that our humanness or our humanity is fleeting, right? It's precious. It's something that can easily be taken from us. And we know that because we are hands-on every day with patients. So if we don't look at that for ourselves, what are we really saying to the world?